guess a fair bit to digest out of that. How do you read it?
Yeah, absolutely. That's our first game with the whole team playing, so we knew there was going to be some little bumps throughout. We made some errors the first half that I thought really helped them, and they were good enough to capitalise on those errors. Found a good rhythm in the third, but just couldn't rebound. I think we gave up 6-7 offensive boards in that quarter that really resulted in second chance points for them. And then I felt like we won the game 2 or 3 times, but they were good enough to make great shots, and Blanchfield makes big shots, and that thing just kept ticking over, and you're rolling through your mind about obviously they've got a lot of guys from last year that you really trust, and there's some guys coming into our squad, and finally I trust them a little bit later on, and you see big plays from some of those guys. Torhi's block was was massive down the stretch, and Hooley just cutting that guy off, and Casper challenging that one at the rim. There was some massive plays down the stretch, and we just needed one of those massive plays in one of the other overtimes. It could have been a little bit quicker, but hell of a basketball game. Really entertaining, some good shot making, and some really good defence.
Yeah, I guess in terms of crazy games that you've been a part of as an NBL coach, where does that rank?
Oh, way up there, way up there. Because you feel like you had it a couple of times, but that home team they just didn't give in tonight. They always thought they had a chance to win. So put it right up there with one of the craziest games I've been a part of.
Chris, you had some moments there yourself, especially in that first overtime. Did you think you had them there? Obviously, you were shooting lights out there for a minute.
Yeah, as Dean said, there was a couple of times we'd pull it to 5, maybe even 6 points, and then you miss one assignment on D, or you make a tiny little mistake that they were able to capitalise on, and they never gave up, and they were able to bring it back. They hit some big shots. They never gave up on plays. Even when we thought we had the defensive rebound, they'd still swipe at it, and AJ got a couple out of our hands and managed to just stay close enough that in games like this anything can happen. So pretty pumped that we were able to get fresh guys in, and they came up and produced. It's not easy to sit on the bench for an extended period of time and come into the game and have a really good impact, but a lot of our guys did.
So you mentioned a bit of that, I guess, the first time having the whole squad together. How did you feel out there?
Yeah, I mean, there's still some gelling or relationship stuff between us on both the offensive and defensive end that is only going to get better with more games, more time together. But to grind out a quadruple overtime game in our first game is pretty impressive. To do it on the road as well is an even bigger one. We know how really how big road wins are in this league. So to get one first up is pretty nice, but we've got to go home and solidify it.
Do you reckon are you still working out what the first the starting five is going to be? Do you think it'll be different to what it looks like now to what it looked like at the end of the season?
Yeah, I don't know. I still believe that it's going to be different for different games. It might be different against New Zealand in 2 days' time, and obviously we'll see how everybody comes up from that game, and we obviously have to use our bench a little bit more than we did tonight, and I think they're good enough to really, put in a great performance, and hopefully if we can just restrict those minutes a little bit, and then have enough juice in the tank for the second half, it's going to be really important. But road wins for us, because we got 7 games this year where we're on the road and then we go on home. So this to try and win a double like this is something that we just got to get good at, and it's not even home and away right now. We're travelling to a road game, we're travelling to home, so we just got to get really good at winning on the road and building our own energy. And I thought through patches of the game our bench was outstanding, and we hadn't seen that all pre-season, where they were just so invested in the game and so invested in getting stops. But we fixed that rebounding part, because it's incredible to give up 30 offensive rebounds, and we fixed that part. They shoot 38% from the floor. If you take away half those offensive rebounds, we're holding them to low 30s from the field, and that's a good defensive effort.